Welcome back. Today we are drafting Wilds of Eldraine again, doing my fourth draft, and let's see how we do. We currently have a very good win rate, but with few drafts, so maybe it was just a little bit of beginner's luck in this new set. But we'll see now. Let's see. As a start, we have a mythic Beluna Grand Squall. He's a big body for just 3 mana, but it might be a bit too hard to cast. And we also have Greater Auramancy that gives Shroud, so protection to our enchantments and creatures. Both interesting cards, but I think there are better ones, like Twisted Sewer Witch, that if we get a lot of rats, this is a good finisher, pumping all our rats with wicked tokens, or maybe coop it up as a removal spell. But I think I prefer to start with the Witch, since it's a better direction for what we want to draft. Here we can follow it by some removal spells in form of Candy Grapple and Shroud Shepherd. This adventure is amazing, and with some incidental fixing maybe we can also play the creature without needing to go white. There's also Grasp of Fate, a good enchantment removal spell. This is a flying creature that can discard, plus an adventure if we go blue. There's also Neva, Stalked by Nightmares, and Hamlet Glutton as interesting cards, but I think I will get Shrouded Shepherd because this adventure is especially good versus aggro decks with rats or 1/1s like Harriet Spear Ward. So this will be our pick. Following here, we get Ratcatcher Trainee, another Twisted Sewer Witch, so more rats. High Fey Negotiator, also a very good card, because with some bargain we can drain the opponent and gain some life. Plus it's a decent body flying that helps us stabilize an attack for the win. There's also more removal in Cooped Up and Checky House Mouse. I think I will get another Twisted Sewer Witch and try to force some rats, because if we can do it, it will be amazing. Here we get a 1-drop that makes some rats. We have Immodane Recruiter, that it's a 3-drop that gives +1/+1 and I+1/+0 on haste, so good anthem, and can also come with 2 extra creatures if we get the adventure side. Seems decently good. We also have a fight spell in green, but not something we want to try, and some interesting white cards, but also not something we want to go for now. So maybe we'll get Immodane Recruiter in hopes we can pump our rats also with this card. Dark Tutelage is a bad card, I think, because it can lose life and make us lose the game that way if we don't bargain it on time. So we'll see. Here, the most interesting card, I think it's Evolving Wilds, because we might want to splash for white if we are going Rakdos, black-red. If not, there's Screaming Path, Brave the Wilds if we went green, because this helps you fix a lot, or Utopia Sprawl also has a way to fix, but since we are not green, we will get an Evolving Wilds. And here we have an interesting choice: Shatter the Oath as a removal, or Impact Tremors, a good enchantment that pings the opponent every time we get some creatures, including rat tokens. My thought is that we currently don't have that many creatures, so maybe it's a bit risky going already for Impact Tremors, and I think I should get Shatter the Oath instead. And that will be our pick, a good removal spell. Here, a very good green removal spell, 2 mana that can make at least 2 creatures fight if you have something enchanted. There's also Vampiric Rites, another Evolving Wilds, and yeah, I think I will get the Vampiric Rites in hopes of getting Rats later, but maybe I should pick a green card because they seem to be open. But again, it's not with our main plan, so I'll take other things. Here we have a very good 2-drop or another removal spell. This is a close call, both cards are really good, but it may be the 2-drop and start getting something for our curve. Instead of the Firebolt. Minecart Daredevil was also an option, but yeah. Here I think I will take another Evolving Wilds. Eriad's Whisper seems also interesting, but maybe it's a bit too slow for mana to discard 2 cards and just get a wicked roll, and in late game is bad. So we'll go like this. Here we could follow it with either green or white cards. Both white cards seem pretty good, but I think if I have to pick, I will follow the auto select and pick a big Glutton. Let's see, here maybe the Grasp of Fate as a maybe white removal if we end in white, and here I will say the 1-drop. Still not sure if we will end in these colors, but we'll have to see. Okay, in this pack, what do we have? Elusive Otter is a very good 1-drop, but we are not playing blue, and I'm almost sure we are not playing green. So we have a Steel. This card could be very good with Vampiric Rites, but since we also have Grandigapple, a very good removal spell, especially if we can bargain something, I will take that. Other considerations would also be maybe Bestowed Knight, giving a roll for 1 mana, or the Curse, but I think I'm happy with Grapple. Okay, we get another blue rare, not something we will pick, and we have another Rodent Shepherd, and now a Ratatouille, Lord Skitter Butcher. This seems pretty good, making rats, but it's close. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get one since we want to make some rats, and we will try to make as many rats as possible for Twisted Sewer. Okay, here we could take the 4 mana creatures that makes this card, but that's probably not the correct choice. It's not the best stats, and it's not rats, so we can get maybe a 2-drop that can grow, or a Ramper. And I think I will get the 2-drop. Wicked Visitor could also be a good choice, because we have auras here if we get enough rats, but since we don't have that many rats yet, it would be very hard to do it. Here we can get another 2-drop, That's especially good versus rats, but I think I will get rat out, since -1 is very useful. There's a lot of creatures that we could kill, plus we get a rat, and that's, I think, our main game plan with this Twisted Sewer Witch. Here we can follow it by Voracious Vermin, more rats, so that's exactly what we want. And if not, we could also have Raid Bombardment, that also goes with rats because rats are small, and Raid Bombardment makes you ping the opponent every time you attack with a rat. But yeah, Flocking Familiar is also quite good, 1 mana deal 1, and the other side, the creature, is also quite decent, but I think I prefer the rats. Here we will take another Voracious Vermin. Quite happy to get another one of those. And a Rat Catcher Trainee. Amazing. So we are getting our rats, preparing for the Twisted Sewer, which here it's an interesting choice. We could get 1 drop to be a little bit more aggro, or maybe a removal spell. And if we look at our removal spells, we have 2 here, Candy Grapple a 3rd, Rat out a 4th, so maybe we'll take the removal spell. Here we could follow by Sugar Rush as a way to pump 1 rat, so maybe not the best one. Maybe Prophetic Prism, that could be something that helps us fix our mana for Shrouded Animosity Recruiter, and maybe something we can bargain also. And nice, rat out, another rat, or maybe knowing Crescendo. Crescendo as a way to finish should also be quite good, but I think I will take another rat out before, because we can probably get more crescendos later. And here they are not interesting cards for us, so just place them on sideboard. And let's see what we have on pack 3. And we get more rats in Voracious Vermin. The rare is not one we can play in our colors. And maybe back for seconds that can return some creatures. I think this should be very good. There's also Stab Wound and a 5-drop we could play. But maybe getting some of the witch bugs could be quite good. So we'll get it. Here we can get another Ratcatcher Trainee. There's also Mythic Not on our colors, and this hybrid card that also should be quite good, especially in Rakdos, if we had some way to steal creatures to burn together after that. So with this card we could steal a creature, and for 1 mana just kill that creature plus another one, and since we have to sacrifice it, we are happy stealing the cards from my opponent. But since we don't have any way to sack and this makes rats, I think I will get the trainee. Okay, that's a very interesting pack. Shared Animosity. Our rats grow for each other rat that is attacking. We also have a very good removal spell that could be just for 1 red mana, deal 5, or Totem Task, Swarm Piper, that can give us more rats and death touch to our rats. I'm very tempted to test Share Animosity and see how well it goes, but any other of the 3 cards I told should be very good here. Here there's not something very interesting for us. Maybe we could get the merry birds as a way to maybe buff some creatures. There's also a Shock Reaper, but again we don't have that many auras or enchantments, only with Twisted Sour Witch, and we want to win after playing this, so we will not have time to draw cards. Still not sure if I would play it anyway, or if I will play the Merry Bards. Here I will take the 2-drop, maybe burning together a creature to my opponent's face can also win us some games. We can follow it by, who knows, maybe Twisted Filthy, steal a creature, and maybe sack it with Colossal Sword. Yeah, we can try that. We can follow it with a Firebolt or a Minecart Daredevil. Firebolt should be pretty good, but since we already have quite a removal spell, maybe an extra creature that can also work as a buff is better. Here I'm just moving non-creature cards away. Another Shatter the Oath, but I think we are happy with the removal we have. So we will take 4-drop that makes more rats. Yes, please. And we can finish maybe Stab Wound. I don't think I will play it. Another Colossal Sword. Yes, I can run that. Flick a Coin can be something we could play. Again, as no creatures. Probably we don't need the Prism with 2 Evolving Wilds. Now let's see. What should we could? 3-drop, we don't want, maybe. We should move this here. I don't care about these cards, so. Okay, let's build our deck. We just have to cut a couple more cards. So let's see. We split the deck in creature, non-creature, if the game allows it. I think we can remove Flick a Coin, because we already have 2 rat outs that give -1/-1, that is almost the same as dealing just 1 damage. So I think this will go away. And then what else should we cut? Shared Animosity, I think it has to stay, since it's a way we can win, as with Twisted Sour Witch. We want as removal the Candy Grapple, the Shatter the Oath. This game is a bit buggy sharing like this. Yeah, let's remove this. So as a removal, Candy Grapple, Shatter the Oath. We also have some rat outs, maybe the Kalos Sand, and the Minecart Daredevil is also a removal spell. Twisted Filthy is a way to steal a creature. That is also pseudo removal, at least for a turn. We have Back for Seconds as a backup plan. Vampiric Rides also to help us draw more cards. So this is gas we could get for late game. A 2-drop, should we could 1 2-drop. In the Cauldron is removal also. Okay, so maybe we can cut Monstrosity, as we don't need the full token, and One extra good. Maybe we could good a land, but having evolving wilds means I'm already thin in the deck. I will play this mana base and we can could maybe, it's hard to say, we have a lot of removal spells, maybe one of those, maybe a rat out. Let's see. So this is the deck. Now it's time to try it. Game 1. Let's see if we like the hand. Oh, okay, we have rats, a way to pump the rats and feed the cauldron as removal. It's maybe a bit slow, only having 3 drops, but it's a hand we should probably keep. And oh well, we are rewarded a 1 drop that we can already use to attack. But our opponent seems to have Torch the Tower, exiling our 1 drop, so we don't get the rat. That's a bit sad for us. We'll play land and pass the turn. We can do much more. And I think next turn I will play Lord Skitter's Butcher. It has a bigger body. And we will make a rat. Okay, he will remove a rat and attack. Nice, Twisted Sewer Witch. So we have some reasons to keep our rats alive. I'm offering the trade because it will pump the creature and then he will probably choose not to. Oh, okay. Maybe then it was better not to attack if I had known, because the more rats we have for Twisted Sewer Witch, the better for us. But we will see. No blocks. And now we got the mana, so we can play Twisted Sewer Witch. And next turn we can try to attack with Shared Animosity. It just gives more power, not thornness, so the rats can easily die anyways. But I think we should be fine. Opponent has some food that's quite relevant, so maybe we will have to block something. Maybe the Edgewall Pack or the Daredevil. I think we will block the Edgewall Packs because we can kill the Daredevil with Feed the Cauldron. Oh, not dead after all. So he gets it back. With a wicked roll. Okay, since this is what has happened, I think we have to kill here, doing it in our turn to make some food. And since the rats can't block, let's attack for a bit. I think we will hold to block a rat just in case. And leave mana open to eat the food. Let's see what the last card is. Ooh, Ashiok. That's very bad for us. We can just make some bodies. But we could have an answer for it. Nope, that's not the answer I was hoping. So let's see. Let's try to attack Ashiok. Maybe he will. I should have attacked with everything to be sure to kill her. Yeah, maybe that was a fun. And we'll play another blocker. That was probably misplay. We should have killed Ashiok while we were able. And now they have another mythic. Oh wow. That's extremely sad. This mythic is very good, can just kill us easily. And the creatures got buffed because he exiled a card, an adventure card. And what can we do here? Not very much. We can only block with one creature. He has 3 to attack. So, yes, definitely was a mistake letting Ashiok live. And we're not fast enough to win. So, to the next game. Okay, it's a very good hand. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, or maybe a removal spell, Vampiric Rites, and a 3-drop. So quite happy to keep it. Let's start attacking. And versus mono green, I think I will put some pressure by just playing a sad to drop. Sad because it's not getting any buff it could get. And okay, that's a very good blocker. Let's start by making some creatures, some more creatures. And see if we can survive long enough. Okay, so We could attack with rat out to try to kill the creature, but I think my opponent will see a not block and we can't attack with the other two, so let's develop the board a bit more. And next one we can play Vampiric Rites and hold rat out to try to kill something, maybe after if he tries to block Kalos, Salesword. Prophetic Prism, drawing some cards. Maybe he wants to fix the mana. Let's see. Vampiric Rites. If he blocks a rat or Harriet Spear Guard, we'll just sacrifice it. But since he didn't do it before damage, so Orcalus Elsewhere survives. And here I can probably sack something. I think, well, now I can sack Bitter Chill, and I will do it before it enters, so he can't pay 1 mana to scry and draw a card. Since Bitter Chill will not enter the battlefield. And what else? Okay. Twisted Felty. Wow, that's amazing. We can steal it, put a wicked roll maybe on the Spear Guard. Attack with everything. And just 1 damage away. Wait, since we have another Kalus Elsewhere, let's try to pay... Oh, wait, we have lethal, we don't have to sack this. We can sack the Spear Guard, and with a wicked roll, that's 1 extra point of damage, and my opponent is dead. Nice. Victory. Sometimes wanting to think a little bit more helps you win the match. Otherwise, maybe the opponent would have earned some life with some food. So it was good that we stopped for a moment to think better what should we do. So we're already 1-1. Not the best start, but yeah, 1 loss, 1 win. Hopefully we will get even more wins. But well, now facing already a diamond player, that could be hard. Okay, this is a keepable hand. We are going second, so we have high hopes of drawing more lands, especially red ones. And we could start with Rat Out or Vampiric Rites. Evolving Wilds, fetching, which color? Red. Let's start with Vampiric Rites, so we already have it out. Shared Animosity is a way to pump our rats. At 0-4, so not something we would have killed with Rat Out. But we got a Candy Grapple, another removal spell, so that should be good for us. Living Lantern is something that can bother us because it's a decent blocker, but not something we should worry about for now and try to kill. So let's just... oh wow, missing lands already. Let's pass the turn then. Sentry. This is something dangerous, this is something we want to kill. So I'm quite happy, and if he does that in response, maybe we can get extra benefits if my opponent gets ready. Okay, no, so we will kill it anyways. And still no lands. Okay, this happens. My opponent is playing 3 colors. And that's a very big boy. I think I'm going to route out just in case we have to sacrifice it to draw an extra card and see if we can get some lands. Okay, at least we got one. No attacks, there's no need. Now, as the shuffler will do, we will get a ton of lands probably, but we also have our hand full, so hopefully we can win. Okay, opponent puts us in a 5-turn clock. We will let this through. I think we probably want to play Ratcatcher Trainee. It could be a mistake because it can block. But we probably need the rats to win with a big swing. Opponent scrying cards on top. That's something bad for us. Plus he keeps making foods, so let's hope we don't get countered. Okay, a removal spell we can't use here. So what's the best plan of action? We could play the Ratcatcher Trainee, but that doesn't do much, just a blocker. We could play Daredevil as something better, or maybe use shared Animosity. Try to attack as much as we can and try to win in a couple of turns with Recruiter and maybe some extra damage from Minecart Daredevil or Ratcatcher Trainee. I think now that we have Animosity out, we will want to block with Harriet's Spearguard to get another rat. But yes, our opponent can earn some life. So that's definitely bad for us. Hatching Plan, something to bargain and draw a lot of cards. Evolving Wilds. Interesting. We could get white to play the trained troops, the adventure part of Imodin's Recruiter, to try to gain some bodies on board and survive a bit longer. So maybe we'll play Ratcatcher Trainee and hope to block and sack. While attacking for quite a bit with shared animosity, if my opponent lets me do it. -4, -0, that's not the end of the world. Just less damage. So let's play Giant Trainee and pass. Maybe we could have sacked the rat to avoid my opponent to remove a target. Okay, should we save it? Yes, let's do it. I have a feeling this will be worth it. Maybe next turn we can win by playing the recruiter and 2-drop. Let's see, counter, okay. Counter, bargaining, drawing cards, and still removing our threat. It's not looking as nice as I would like to. Let's block. Let's hope my opponent doesn't counter it, because if not, we could be very dead. Okay, nice, so we got our blockers. Removal, so he's attacking for how much? 5, only 5. I think we might have to take this one. So we can play the 2-drop. Pump here. Recruiter. And attack. Nope, another counter spell, okay. So we will attack with just what we have. Okay, he's blocking. Why those blocks? I don't know. Next turn, if we get a land, we can back for seconds and get the recruiter to get extra bodies on play, and maybe a spear guard or something else. But here we will probably have to block and sacrifice something. This something will be the shepherd. Okay, another rat catcher. And that's a dangerous fairy. So let's kill it. And what should we do? Playing the rats could give us the maximum value, and I think next turn we could bargain back for seconds, getting the rat catcher and recruiter, and flash as instant speed the rats before we get the anthem. And that could be a very cool way to win. Let's see. 1 mana, 2. Kill that. Yes. Oh wow, nice. He had the 1 extra point of damage. That's a bit unfortunate, because if we do the maths, we would have gotten 3 rats here. Next turn this is 3 mana. 3 mana, get Recruiter and play Rats as instant speed, because we can bargain. We could have bargained to play the creature. Well, okay, that's a nice keep. We have rats, and a way to pump rats. So quite happy about this hand. Yes, again it's maybe a bit slow, but even more rats. Maybe we start with Lord Skitter, making a rat. We will follow it with a vermin. Yep, before combat. Well, maybe now it's a bad idea, because he can kill it before we get the vermin out. Or he can choose to kill the vermin. That seems to be my opponent's plan. With a rat out. Oh, Candy Grapple. Let's attack. We are waiting for a black land. Meanwhile, we will play the Ratcatcher Trainee on the play. Playing first the adventure side. But let's see, the opponent is stuck on lands, and okay, good for us, he chose to concede. Maybe a bit early, but yeah, if we got that swamp, it would have been very much over. So to the next one. Maybe before we should check our deck and see if we want some changes. Maybe we can swap 2 drops, add Monstrosity, since maybe the food ends being relevant, versus more aggro decks, or like the last match where we lost just for 1 point of damage. And both can attack for 3, and she's also with a bit more work, so maybe that's a change we should make. And let's see if we can win, or if not, we would have to start a new draft. That's a risky hand. We have 2 drop that we want to play first as the pest problem. 3 drop we want to play it after we have more creatures. But I think we will keep it anyways. Let's see. We did not get a land, so I will think I will play a 2-drop just in case we don't get one, because if we miss our lands it will be sad. Okay, yeah, we missed the lands. Play against the 2-drop, it didn't matter, they bounced it. But we will try to be a bit aggro with it. Okay, opponent is searching for lands and already making some food. Not the best thing for us, but depends on what they have. We can steal it with Twisted Fealty and win that way. Oh no, rats. That's a good rat, and I'm a bit sad it went away. But happens. More bouncing, now they got rid of our rat. Still we can make an extra one here. And let's see, next turn probably play Twisted Sewer Witch if we are lucky. If not, maybe we will start attacking with the Recruiter. Even more bouncing. What happens with this opponent? Where's my rats? We have back for seconds, but for now I think we will just attack, since that's the only spells we can play. And who knows, maybe next turn the opponent is already dead. If they don't want to block, it could be too late later. Tough cookie. Human knight, human, peasant, dog. So we could play this, and Pump, he can also block the food. Hard choice. I think we still try to play shared animosity and attack with all, and force them to block or use the food as a blocker. I expect him to block here and maybe here also. Oh, okay, he wants to double block there. So maybe we can win by just playing Twisted Fealty. If he doesn't leave mana open for the food. And even after doing so, we could still win. Let's see, he could play a 6-5. Yep, that should be lethal for us. Stab wound. Okay. So this turn we also have lethal in other ways. But again, well, it's not lethal because he can eat the food. But we can put a hasty creature out. No more food. Okay, so let's steal it, put a weak roll here. And that should be game over. Nice. Okay. Since I'm seeing that mana is not on our side and we are not getting even lands, I think I will risk it, remove Shatter the Oath, that maybe it's a bit too expensive of a removal spell, and put Flick a Coin. Flick a Coin gives us a card and a treasure, so the mana we are missing. And maybe that helps us. Okay. I think I will mulligan this hand. I don't have red, and this is not something we want to play the first turns. Maybe it's a bit greedy, but yeah, this looks better. I think I can put Kalus out, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, an interesting 5-drop also, so it will be very good for us. Let's play the 2-drop. It's not doing nice here versus a 1-3, plus that 1-3 can grow. But okay, curse roll. He only shrunk our creature for a little. That's not much. Let's make some bodies. And what else? Scry 2 and copy instant. That could be bad if he has some kind of bounce spell. Maybe that was a reason to play the vermin instead. But now we will play the 3-drop. We will try to follow it by vermin and trainee. We can block and prevent some damage. Maybe we should have waited to have vermin out. But Yeah, it was a good thing we prevented double striking damage. Twisted Felty could help us end the game. Which mark? He still keeps growing. So I think I will block here, grow the rat, and prevent some relevant damage. And that's what I call growing some rats. Next turn we could also back for second, maybe playing some creature, but just with Twisted Filthy it should be enough for us. Opponent doesn't seem to be able to win, even if he can pump these creatures. Well, let's not talk too fast. Down to 2. And yeah, we won. Nice. I'm not sure if there was something that could have killed us, but that was close. Okay, 4 wins already. Quite happy. So let's go to the next one. Two draw, free draw, more rats, some pump. Yeah. I don't think we have played still the red side of Kalos Ellsworth. And now we could have a reason to wait, but we could scry and draw a card, but I think I like making rats a little bit more. It could be greedy, especially if we don't get the red land, but we have 6 mountains plus 2 evolving wilds, so there's at least a 20% chance of drawing 1. 6 cards, 31 cards in the deck. Yeah. So we will have fate. Opponent is looting, nice. It was a bad idea to have fate. Okay, so let's attack. And play a bigger Kalos Ellsworth. Let's see if we get the desired white now. Oh, nice. Oh, the desired red, sir. Yes, we got it. And we will do some instant speed rats. Sadly they can't block, so no surprise anything. but still. Okay, a wicked roll. Double striking. Yes, that put us a bit low. So maybe we will have to block. Let's play the Daredevil. We don't have double red in the deck, so we could maybe get the white. There's also the reason of playing Ratcatcher Trainee and Twisted Filthy to get red, but let's try blocking here. Okay, that's bad for us. I think I will get the white, but to steal and sacrifice the bodyguard. So we go like this, steal the bodyguard, put a wicked roll here, attack with all, and use the self ability to gain some life, plus putting a 3-3 also. Opponent could play the 5-4 menace, but maybe that's not enough to stop us from winning with Twisted Silver Witch. Okay, opponent is discarding the hand. A 4-5 for 1 mana. How good is that card? And even some extra looting. Opponent is thinking if he should attack or not. And he chose not to, okay. So we will play this as land. Play the witch. Make some extra rats. Drain for 1 because this one already had an aura. And I don't think I want to attack. I would lose 2 rats here, maybe even the third one. Just to ping for 3 damage. So let's wait an extra turn. Maybe we can draw something relevant. But first it's time for my opponent to think and see what he wants to do. He can tap our creatures with a guard. He can also loot with the boundary land ranger. So there's a couple things that could go wrong, but there's no reason to worry for now. We will deal with whatever we get. He starts the looting. Okay, 3 damage. And another blocker. Flick a coin. Okay, so nothing interesting. Let's wait a bit more. At least we got rid of something that could have earned them life, as instants and sorceries had lifelink while this was out. Okay, a plane for 2. We have 3 humans, 3 rats. Could be relevant for shared animosity. But another land, that doesn't do the trick. Let's see what's my opponent's plan. Okay, vampiric rites. That's something quite good. Let's see. Should we sack now? Yeah. Shattered animosity, as foretold. So the rats are now dangerous, and he has to block them. He cannot let one through, or he would die. But maybe he doesn't know about it. Yeah, don't block, don't block. Okay, he knows, so. Oh wow, and that's lethal because we didn't play a land and we can gain an extra life. Sad, a bit sad. Well, that was a good draft, still, not the best one, but we got at least 4 wins, right? So still we got our entry back. Yep, 4 wins. Well, see you in the next one.